And we have a presentation from Yves Delvaux, who is Chief Operating Officer from Astrid. So he will give us probably a brief introduction to the subject. And then we will have Nick, who you've probably seen already at the conference, kind of moving around. We'll have Nick Koiza, who is Executive Vice President of Portalify Limited, who will go into a bit more technical detail, probably. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, Peter. I will perhaps repeat something that Anu has already said. So I listened to his presentation 2 years ago, and now I'm putting that in operation. So that's why perhaps you will see something that already has been said till now. But okay, nevertheless, what I will try to do is to start with some application that we have already now in operation in Belgium, and we try to stick the foot on the sand, starting right now, as Anu said, because this is quite important, and after that you can improve it with more broadband activities, but for the time being we can already start with what we have right now in the TETRA technology. So to start, only a short introduction about Astrid. It's also the first name of a princess in Belgium, but it's also the Belgium public safety operator in Belgium. It's a company which is government owned. And Belgium is a small country, high density population, 10 million people, about 30,000 square kilometers. And we started, as Peter said, more than 10 years ago with the TETRA, as a TETRA pioneer. We have in Belgium 3 main services which are fully integrated, which are the paging, the TETRA services, and also the control and command room, which are fully integrated. We have about 55,000 users on the network right now, mainly for public safety services, but also from public companies which are related to public safety. So now, you know, what can we do after 10 years of operation? So we can say we have different possibilities. So the first things we have to do is to maintain and improve what is currently running. So you know that when you are asking to your user, what is your main interest in the evolution, they say, I want to have more coverage. That's certainly something we want to improve in the future, but also beside that, there are also the new services that we can put into operation. And we will see how we manage it in Belgium, and that's the topic of the presentation. After that, we have also the idea to reach operational excellence. So we want to be able to do that on a always more efficient way, and always with more redundancy, always with more reliability on the network. So that's what we are trying to do in the current years. So we started a project 1 year ago with trying to define what is the what kind of new services we can offer, and therefore we need a platform to offer those kind of services, and an integrated platform so that we can integrate all the different applications, all the different sources of information, and provide it through the same channel to the user organization. So what we have, and that's something we know, everybody, a lot of people have a TETRA radio on the field, but they are mainly using it for the voice communication. But also, we have also on the other side, user organization and a lot of information which are available in databases on the control room centers, but the idea is to say, oh, can we bring this information to the field? And this can be done already right now with the capabilities of the TETRA. So we want to get more from the existing network which is currently running. So what kind of new services can we bring with this platform? And Nick will come more in details about the technical aspect on this topic. So the interesting thing, and Anu also explained, that we have possibilities of automated data flows. So electronic form filling is something which is important for the people on the field. Database query, we have seen also many examples, and we will see also other one that we are doing in Belgium. Instant messaging and a gateway to other network is also possibilities. There is also some possibilities to have the equivalent of what we have right now in the messaging system for the public operator. It's also the store and forward system for SDS system. So what is MDCS? So mobile data communication server. So it's for us important thing. It's a gateway between the information which is available at the user sites and what can be provided to the mobile world on the field. So there are three different aspects on this level. We need a server. So there Nick will explain how this is currently running. We have also the mobile client, and this is something, as Anu said, we have a lot of terminal and a lot of capabilities, of data capabilities on those terminals, and we are using those capabilities to provide the services, mainly based on a Java application applet, which is installed on the mobile terminal for the time being. And for the time being, we are starting with what is available on the TETRA network, so the SDS on the TETRA or IP on TETRA, but also we will see that we are also evolving in an MVNO model on the 3G network before waiting to have our own infrastructure, which will be, we hope in the future, an LTE-based infrastructure. So the first application that will come in Belgium is the query of database from the handheld terminal. You have seen a lot of beautiful pictures from Anu in the previous presentation, so that I will not give it back to you. So the idea is that we have a lot of databases which are available in the control room for license plate, for missing people, for, as already said, for the firemen, also the chemical database which are available, and all those information could be accessed right now from the field where some application and some applets will be running on the terminal. On an easy way, you can input information to the system and get the information back directly on the field. There is also a special application that has been developed in Belgium. It is a database of photographs which are of small highly concentrated photograph that could be also used directly on the small screen of the TETRA terminals. So those pictures are really very good compressed in the photothèque that we have in the control room, and there this information could be sent directly to the user on the field where somebody is missing or where you are looking to somebody. So that's something which is currently running, and it's also running on using the SDS application on the TETRA terminals. So what is the roadmap that we have in mind? So that's something which is currently running right now on a project base in Belgium. It will be extended and launched in the coming months on the national scale basis. And the first three applications will be the AVL, APL system, the database access, and the picture push, as we have seen in the previous slide. So this is what we are doing right now. Now we are also looking at the possibility to be an MVNO in Belgium. So that's the idea is that could be possible to use commercial 3G network right now to push more data information to the field. So that's something we are currently running as a pilot project, and we have now the right solution in order to extend the services on a national base in the future. So that's something we will manage to do in next year, in 2013. We will start with this model. Also important to know that this is quite good, but this network will be not mission critical network. So we are still willing to have our own broadband mission critical network in the future, but that's something a lot of speeches have been given about this topic. There are still a lot of things to do. There are a lot of the road is still long to arrive to this situation, with a lot of problem about spectrum and other things. But we are fully aware that this is something which will be done in the future, and we are currently following that very narrowly, so that we can jump it when it will be available and available for the users. Also, those systems should rely on a data core network. What we are calling, this is what the extension of our gateway possibility. So we want to be there, a central point where all the information could be exchanged and centralized, so that we can distribute it to the field directly from the system we are already in operation. So that was the topic of my talk. Now, as I explained, I covered more the user expectation and what we are providing, and I will give the word to Nick, who will go in more details about the way we have implemented it in Belgium in collaboration with Portalify.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, good morning to you. Yeah, what I'd like to do is really speak a little bit about the realization of Yves' vision, of Astrid's vision, of this really rather sophisticated mobile platform covering a whole range of needs. We heard Yves speak about TETRA and about his plans for other technologies for MVNO. So the demands on such a platform, and this is really a platform, it's a gateway between the back office control room and the mobile world, the people in the field carrying the devices, with a lot of demand on it, really a lot of demand on it. Something which started off, which was required to support initially 6,000 users, but grow to 40,000 users. You heard from Yves the range of end users, the organizations that are using these things. So with the increasing number of end users and the increasing number of back office systems, there's a lot of expectations on such a system, who have to interface to all sorts of systems, legacy IT systems, databases, intranets, web-based applications. Who knows what all these end users have got? But we need to be ready with a platform that meets all those needs across that diversity of user base. So we need to have a way to easily integrate into those back office systems for all of those users. And in terms of the radios, TETRA terminals, I mean, I'd just say something really of my personal beliefs. There's a lot you can do with TETRA. We saw from Hannu's presentation just what could be done on a small little TETRA terminal. There's an awful lot that can be done that really many people are not aware of. That's something which we've proven in Portalify for many years now. Portalify focuses on mobile data. We've been empowering field users and control room operators for over a decade in Finland, in Romania, even in Qatar, in many countries, and we've proven it's possible to do things very nicely with TETRA and to complement TETRA with other bearers. So we have a whole range of things. There's WAP push for pushing images, there's Java, which does a whole load of things, there's even simple SDS. So there's an awful lot you can do on a TETRA terminal. And one thing which we've learned from our customers, and we even learned from Astrid and Astrid's dialogue with their users. We're always learning. We've been in this business for a long time, but we're always learning. And there are some very capable people within Astrid who've been asking the right questions. Make it usable so people, the real users, will embrace the technology and keep it simple. Not too many input fields. Lots of nice drop-down menus. Make it usable, make it nice, make it friendly. So, simple mobile query, and in the opposite direction, dispatch of mission-critical picture messages from the control room to the field users that really need it. And you can decide which users really need it based on AVS-based GIS mapping systems. So you can combine the application functions. You can merge together things like AVL and mobile query and picture messaging, and that's really the Astrid vision going forward. I'm a great lover of TETRA and TETRA terminals, but the need from Astrid was a bit broader than that, actually. We were required also to provide support for larger form factor devices. We heard Yves mention form filling and other applications which are more demanding in terms of what the user really needs to do. So larger form factors for things like smartphones and PDAs and tablet PCs and MDTs and all the wonderful devices that we have and that will come out and that will happily run over Astrid's planned MVNO services. And the scalability to support other applications. I think as time progresses, I think the users will really understand what they need. And I think as MVNO is rolled out, I think the demands on these applications will be greater. Right. What I do now is I have a look at another requirement. Within this umbrella of mobile data, we were also asked to look at a nationwide solution for location services, a platform that would support automatic vehicle location and automatic person location. So this was part of a bigger project for mobile query and picture messaging and AVL, with 10,000 simultaneous users, growing to 40,000 users through the course of time. A key thing about AVL, it should be done efficiently. We don't want to flood the control channel. We don't want to have any bottleneck there. So to do it well over TETRA, you need to know what you're doing. And also integration to AVL clients. Astrid have their AVL client applications, their GIS-based mapping applications in place already, and there may be future ones that are rolled out. So open standard integration using OMA MLP to those existing clients and to new clients. So easy integration to those clients. We were also required to support two different network topologies. Initially a decentralized approach, moving forward to a centralized network configuration through the course of time as more users come on board, as more people are being tracked. And importantly, CLS, Central Location Server, the AVN APLS part of this data requirement had to be robust and resilient. We had to make sure that congestion was managed efficiently. We had to make sure that there was solutions for load balance and prioritization during peak periods, and the radio network was completely protected. Look at the solution that was implemented. We'll have a look at this. Two Portalify products were put in place. The first of these is the Data Management Server, in short, DMS, which bridges the back office and the radio world and supports different bearers. At Astrid, for TETRA, they have a Koiza network. And what we did with our DMS server was to have a TCS gateway into Astrid's TETRA connectivity server. So we're interfacing directly with the Koiza infrastructure through our TCS gateway, which interfaces to our DMS platform, bridging the world of IT and the world of radio. But similarly, we're supporting other bearers as well, the potential to support other bearers as more things happen. That DMS platform has connectors to the back office, inbuilt connectors giving you access to a lot of back-end systems, the access to the AVL clients, to databases and what have you. And as Astrid's plans develop and Astrid roll out on mobile data terminals and other devices, we have a product called Secure Client, which supports different mobile operating systems. Because we can support different mobile operating systems, the users can decide to have a larger device with a bigger form factor, or they have more flexibility in their choice of devices, and that gives them greater freedom with regard to the applications. Many of the applications and data can actually be updated over the air. With TETRA, we can send, using SDS messaging, updates to the applications and data, which means you don't have to recall all the devices from the field. So cost-effective maintenance. There's some ideas there for you. Similarly, on the maintenance side, a lot of the changes that are maybe required at the back office as end-user systems evolve can be done directly from within DMS using its scripting technology. So again, it's a cheaper way, an easy way for people to maintain those things. And we even allow our customers and partners to actually do that themselves. It's very simple to actually create these services and applications. I'm nearing the end here, so I'm conscious of the time. I think I've got 2 minutes. Yeah, so in terms of DMS, our product, and what we're doing for Astrid, the key things were seamless integration. We don't want people to worry about the applications that they're using, the networks they're running over, the devices they're using. It should be seamless and transparent. That's what DMS is for. It should provide multi-application support. We heard from Yves how AVL, APL, mobile query, and picture messaging have been supported. And that was the first requirement. And about how future requirements for other things like video and surveillance and more form filling and task management, how that should be supported. DMS provides the support for all these additional applications that will occur in the future. So it's got scalability for Astrid's future plans. It's a very resilient system, the DMS platform, that will work over different networks and support a large number of users. I mean, this is a deployment that will grow to more than 40,000 users through the course of time, and that's quite typical of what we do. On many of our other nationwide deployments, 40,000 users is a typical number of users that we support on a nationwide scale. And high availability. In this view graph here, I've got a picture which shows that it was a fully redundant system for high availability. That's critical. Last slide now. I think I can wrap it up in 30 seconds, which is what I've got. So basically, what this solution, in my view, is giving Astrid and its users, it's an example of a fully harmonized solution, basically. Astrid have been very ambitious. They've gone from voice to voice and simple data to voice and more sophisticated data. So in my view, I think they've pioneered the way and are leading the way in terms of the European operators, the TETRA operators. Not just in terms of the way they're using data, but in terms of the diversity of applications that are being covered, in terms of the way they're addressing the needs of their users, and of the way they're listening carefully to the users and getting important feedback and input into all of this. So they've got a clear plan for how we go ahead with this going forward. And secondly, they have a clear plan for how other networks are going to be supported through MVNO. And how other applications will emerge, and how all of this will fit together very nicely to provide real-time information and interrogation of different back-office systems, real-time information on both sides between the field and the control room, to enhance the decision-making for increased safety and protection of the population in Belgium. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much, Nick. Yeah, thank you. Yep, thanks to Nick, thanks to Yves. It looks, they went over time, so it looks like I'm going to have plenty of lollipops to take back to my kids back in the UK. So, but thank you very much. Thank you very much.